Hey there, my name's Brashler, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the Midas DP48 working with your Behringer Wing. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm all about helping you feel more confident with your production gear no matter where you're starting from. Also, if you're looking to get better at becoming an audio engineer or just improve on some mixing skills, head over to audiotoolkit.co where I have my weekly newsletter, which takes about 5 to 10 minutes to read and will help you improve becoming an audio engineer. But let's go ahead and dive in on this video. So I have my Midas DP48 right here, and I have a shielded Cat 5 connected on the back port on the in, and that's connected into my AES50B port of my Behringer Wing. And so if we go over to Outputs on our Routing tab and go to AES50B, we will see our DP48 right here. But we'll also notice that nothing is being routed to this currently. Now, one way of setting this up is to set it up with the individual audio coming from all of the preamps. So for instance, all of my channels right now are coming from my USB audio because I've just been doing some multi-track recording and just practicing mixing on these tracks. So if I wanted to get my Midas DP48 set up, I would want to copy over all of my routing that I have from my main channels. So to do that, we can just go see where it's being routed from. So we can see that my kick in is coming from USB 2, my kick out is coming from USB 1, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over all of these channels to my DP48. So to do this, we can go Outputs, make sure that +1 auto is selected and that you are unlocked, and then we want to go to where our sources are being fed from. So for instance, we had all of our channels coming in from a DL32, I would go to my DL32 and copy over all of the channels that I have. But in our case, it's coming from my Wing Live Play here. And I can simply select the first one and then just select the channels that I want to have on the 48 channels of my DP48. So here's kick out, kick in, snare top, snare bottom. We can do snare sample, and then we have my 3 toms, and then we have my overhead, and we'll skip the rest of those. And then we have bass guitar, electrics, we have more electrics, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put acoustic first and then my electrics. There we go. And then we have keys 2, we have my vocals, and then we have my tracks, and then we have MD talkback and the click track. So you can see that I'm only using 34 of my channels here. But the other thing that I've done is I've colored these. So there's actually 2 ways that we can set up the DP48 for pulling in our channels. And one is to manually do it, and the other is to copy over from the colors. So because I've put colors on all of these sources, when I go to my DP48, I can actually import the colors to make the groups on my DP48, or I can do it manually. So now we're over to the DP48, and I'm going to press Setup, and on my first page, I'm going to go down to Assign by Color, and then I'm going to press Yes. And what this now has done is it's made my groups associated with the colors. So if I go press my first one, I can see that the first one is bass guitar, and then my guitars, and then my drums, my keys, my tracks, my vocals, and my MD and talkback. But I'm wanting to manually set this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just manually program all of these. Now, because I want to manually program this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Setup and Record, and we are going to go to Reset. And this will initialize my routing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my channel 1 as kick. So I can go to press Assign, and then I can go and navigate through all of my channels. And once I have decided the channels that I want to, I can just go ahead and select them. So there's my kick, and then this one's going to be my snare. So there's snare top, there's snare bottom, and you'll see that all of the labels are coming through from my Behringer Wing here. And then the next one is going to be my toms. Tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. And I'm going to add the snare sample back in here. So here's my toms, 1, 2, 3. And then this is going to be my overheads. And then this will be my bass guitar. And then this will be my guitars. So that'll be acoustic, electric, and then I have my keys. And then I have my vocals. Actually, I don't want to do my vocals yet. I'm going to have this be my tracks. So here's my tracks. And then I have my vocals. For my lead vocals, I'm going to have 9, and then my background vocals I'm going to have on 10. And then my 11 is going to be my MD talkback. So I'm going to go find that. There's that. And then 12 is going to be my click. So now I have associated all of my channels here. So kick, snare, toms, overheads, bass, guitars, keys, tracks, vocals for the lead, background vocals, MD talkback, and then click. And now if I go to my card and press play on this, we will start seeing our meters jumping around, which is exactly what we want. Now to set up one more DP48, what we can do is we can take another shielded Cat5 out of our through port and put that into the input port on the next DP48. And one really cool trick is that we can save a preset of this to our SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and press right and save this to my slot 1 on my SD card. I'm also going to save this to my preset internally on my preset 1 here. And to get to that menu, I press the setup and the SD record button to get to this preset menu. And then what I can do is take this SD card to my next DP48 and import this as a new preset. My next video is going to be talking about labeling these groups to give you a little bit more feedback of which group you have selected here on the DP48. Now, if you do happen to have any questions, or if there's a video that you're hoping that I would make on the DP48 or any of the other production equipment that's out there, please post that in the comment section down below, as I'm always reading through those comments to find videos that are going to be helpful for you. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my website at drewbrashler.com. Otherwise, have a great day.